Question number 26. Question number 26, that is Guti. It is other name for the air layering. It is other name for the air layering. Layering is artificial method of vegetative propagation. Layering is artificial method. Layering is artificial method of vegetative propagation. In layering process, a particular branch is selected. Suppose this one, and this branch is used to form new plant actually. In layering, rooting and cutting is done. In layering, rooting and cutting is done. Rooting and cutting is done. It's a method of rooting cutting method. So first of all, in this branch, from a portion bark is removed. Suppose from this area, bark is removed like this. That is removal of bark from this particular area. If we remove bark, exposure of cambium is there. That is, we have bark is removed for the exposure of cambium. It means cambium is essential. That is, Guti or any kind of layering process can be done only in dicots. Layering can be done in dicots because prerequisite of cambium is there. Cambium is required, and cambium is found in dicot, not in monocot. So first of all, bark is removed from this area. Then application of root initiating hormone like IAA, indole 3-acetic acid, IBA, indole butyric acid, NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, or even 2,4-D, 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. Anyone can be used in these for the initiation of root. So that hormone is applied here. After the application of hormone, graft clay is applied. Graft clay is applied on this structure. Graft clay contains clay soil 2 part, cow dung or cattle dung 1 part, and finely cut hay. Finely cut hay or any structure which can retain moisture. Even we can use the pieces of sphagnum. And this is graft clay. And this is applied over, this graft clay is applied over this structure. So this is graft clay. That is, this portion is completely covered with the graft clay. This is graft clay. Then graft clay is applied. After the application of graft clay, the entire structure is covered by the polythene. That is totally wrapped by the polythene. This is Guti actually. This is Guti. That is, the entire structure is covered by the polythene. Left for the 3 to 4 months. It is left for the 3 to 4 months. and this process is done in either spring season or early rainy season. Layering is done in spring season or early rainy season. Early rainy season. These two seasons are preferred. So after 3 to 4 months, when this clay is removed, you will see roots in that area, emergence of the root in that area. This is rooting. That is from that particular portion. In that portion, roots are there. That is, see this structure after the removal of graft clay, rooting is done. That is, fine thread like structures are seen over here after the removal of this one, but time required 3 to 4 months. And after rooting, this branch is separated, that is cut from this area and planted somewhere else for the new plant. That is, this branch is now removed from the parent plant and it can be used as a structure for propagation. So new plants are obtained from this particular branch. That is, first of all, rooting is done, followed by cutting is done. That entire activity is done in the air. That's what is called air layering or agouti. And these other activities are tip layering, trench layering, mound layering. In that case, the branch is bent, especially in case of tip layering. Then again, small cut is given for the rooting purpose, and after rooting, that is, that particular branch is separated from the plant and planted somewhere else for the new plant. So this is the method of artificial vegetative propagation or reproduction, and that is agouti. It is done in pomegranate plant. Lychee, pomegranate are the good example for this process. Pomegranate and lychee, they are used for this purpose. Pomegranate and lychee. It's all about the agouti. That is, agouti is also called air layering. In grafting is also done in dicot. Grafting, let's discuss briefly, then we will come to the question. Grafting is done in dicots because of presence of cambium only. By the process of grafting, composite plant is made. That is, composite plant is made. By the process of grafting, composite plant is made. That is, see this structure. This is shoot system taken from other plant, whereas root system from the different plant. Shoot system and root system. This shoot system is taken from the other plant because of good quality of either flower, fruits or anything, but root system, that is from other plant, in that case above portion is removed, that is shoot system is removed, or it is cut in such a way that due to which these two parts can easily be joined. So that portion which is used as shoot system during grafting, this is known as scion or graft. This is called scion or graft. And the basal portion, which is root system, used as root system, that is known as stalk. The stalk and scion word, they are used in grafting. stalk and scion. Scion is also known as graft. Scion is also known as graft. So, art of making composite plant. This is also a method of artificial method of vegetative propagation. That is, root system should be good enough to bear that particular branch. Root system or stalk should be good enough to bear that particular plant, and the scion should be good quality. Scion should be of a good quality with respect to production of flower or fruit. With respect to production of flower or fruit. In that case, that is, scion or graft is taken from the other plant and a stalk is from the other plant, and they are united. That is, they cut in such a manner they can join easily. Generally, oblique cut is given for more area. The oblique cut is given to join these two structures because they get more area for that. Or other way, that is, you can make a socket or V-like structure on which you can put another plant, which is in this manner. Now, that obtained plant is known as composite plant, artificial method of vegetative propagation. Now, in a graft plant, graft, that is upper portion, stalk has 48 chromosomes, that is, this portion has 48 chromosomes, whereas scion has 24 chromosomes, that is upper part. Question, that is, number of chromosomes in root cell and egg. Number of chromosomes are in root cells and egg. Root cell is from the stalk. Root cell is from the stalk actually. Stalk is acting as root system. So, root cell is from the stalk. So, in root cell the number of chromosome is same as in stalk. Same as in stalk, that is 48. 48 chromosomes in root cell. 48 chromosomes in root cell. Now, come to the egg cell. Egg cell, that is, aerial part of plant is used for flowering and fruiting, and flower develops in the aerial part. In flower there is a female reproductive organ, gynoecium. Within gynoecium carpel is present as unit, and carpel, its basal portion is ovary, and within ovary ovule is there, and inside the ovule embryo sac is present. Inside the ovule embryo sac is present. So, embryo sac portion is from, embryo sac or female gametophyte is from scion portion or graft portion, and embryo sac or female gametophyte is haploid. Female gametophyte is haploid, that is, its all cells are haploid. I mean, this is egg cell, synergid, these three cells are antipodal and these two are the polar nuclei. The entire structure is haploid. So, see the number of chromosome in the scion portion, that is 24. Scion portion has 24 chromosome and scion portion is diploid, but embryo sac is haploid. So, the number of chromosomes in egg cell is half of the number of scion, that is, n is equal to 12. So, final answer is that is D. That is D, 48 chromosomes in root cell, because root is from the stalk portion. Root is from this portion, that is the stalk portion. Stalk portion contributes root cell, whereas scion contributes egg cell, and egg cell is haploid, whereas scion is diploid. So, haploid number is 22 divided by 2, that is 12. So, final answer is 48 and 12. Sexual reproduction as compared to the asexual reproduction. It is elaborate method, complex method, and takes comparatively more time than normal asexual reproduction. So fourth is correct. Fourth is correct. In sexual reproduction, first of all, it is uni or biparental. Uniparental or biparental. First point of this is sexual reproduction, that is uniparental or biparental. Second, gametogenesis takes place during sexual reproduction, because gametic fusions are involved, so they require gamete. Production of gamete is gametogenesis, followed by fertilization, then in sexual reproduction new combinations are obtained, new combinations are seen which are not seen in asexual reproduction. Then finally, that is, this word is applied, that is elaborate, complex and slower method of reproduction. Elaborate and slower method. And one thing more, that is meiosis takes place during sexual reproduction. Meiosis is seen during sexual reproduction. These are the few points of sexual reproduction. 29th question. Which of the following represent a correct sequence phase of the life cycle of wheat? First of all, what is asked? That is phases, sequence of phases. Question says sequence of phases, and in which plant? That is wheat plant. Wheat plant is annual plant or seasonal plant. Wheat plant is annual or seasonal. That is, first of all, juvenile phase is there. That is, when seed germinates, it forms plant. That plant is without flower, is termed as juvenile phase, followed by reproductive phase, Flowering takes place once, that's why interflowering period is not applicable for the wheat. Wheat flowers once in its life, that's why interflowering period is not applicable for the wheat. And finally, senescence is there. So we can say juvenile, reproductive and senescence. Juvenile, reproductive, senescence. This is the correct sequence. Juvenile phase, reproductive phase and senescence phase. There is no interflowering period in wheat because it is annual or seasonal plant. 29th question. See the sequence, select the correct sequence. The correct sequence: first vegetative phase, then reproductive phase. Let's check each question. Juvenile phase, senescence, this is wrong sequence. Juvenile, reproductive, senescence, right sequence. This sequence is right. Reproductive, not immediately reproductive is there. Then last one is also right. Vegetative phase, reproductive phase and senescent phase. So first one, number 1 and number 4, these two are the correct. Answer is 31st question. Annual and biennial plants. Annual plants and biennial. Better to say annual is a seasonal plant. Biennial plant completes its life in 2 seasons. Season 1 performs vegetative growth and season 2 reproductive. But in both the cases, flowering takes place once. So these two plants, they show clear-cut vegetative phase, reproductive phase and a senescent phase. When seed germinates and gives plant, and till the appearance of flower, it is in vegetative phase. Then when flowers appear, it is the beginning of the reproductive phase. Then after flowering, then fertilization, fruiting, formation of seed. The plant undergoes in senescent phase. So this is correct one. Bamboo flower once in its life history, right? It is perennial monocarpic. Bamboo is good example of perennial monocarpic. Monocarpic plants are those which flower once in their life cycle. Perennial but monocarpic. Bamboo is perennial but monocarpic. Then come to this one, Strobilanthes kantiana. Scientific name of Neelkaranj. Scientific name of Neelkaranj. Neelkaranj or Neelkaranji. This plant is seen in hilly tract of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, in hilly tract of these area. It is also monocarpic, that is flower once in its life cycle. But its life span is 12 years of age. So this one is wrong. Instead of 6, 12 should be right. That's why third statement is wrong. First two are right. First two statements are right. So answer is 1 and 2 are correct. 1 and 2 are correct. Third is wrong. Third is wrong. Then identify gametes. First one, isogametes. Second one, anisogamete. B is aniso and C is also aniso. So better, this question is actually incomplete. We'll cut it, this one, and discuss after that. Question number 33. Monoecious plant of Kara. First of all, we know the monoecious meaning. A plant which has male and female reproductive structure on same plant. The plant who has male and female reproductive structures on same plant, that is known as monoecious. Kara is green algae. Kara is green algae. Kara is green algae. And second speciality, aquatic. Third speciality, male reproductive structure is globule or antheridium. Female reproductive structure, nucule or oogonium. Nucule or oogonium. Globule is also known as antheridium. Globule is known as antheridium. Nucule is known as oogonium also. And if we see the Kara plant, it's a filamentous thalloid algae having nodes, and number of branches are given from these nodes. Then come to the one particular branch, that is in Kara. In Kara, male reproductive structure and female reproductive structure. Male and female reproductive structure, they are on same plant and same branch. They are on same branch also. Same branch, and that is lateral branch. Same branch, that is lateral branch. See the structures. Slightly upper side is occupied by the nucule. That is female reproductive structure. This is nucule or female reproductive structure of Kara. This is female reproductive structure of Kara, termed as nucule or oogonium. Position of globule I have already mentioned, that is both are present on same lateral branch. This is the position of globule. This is the position of globule. It is on this particular branch but is slightly lower position. Slightly lower position. Actually this is a branch. Suppose this is nucleus. This is nucleus. Then slightly lower side. Slightly lower side but on same branch. On same branch. So this is about the position of reproductive structure. So let's see the correct answer. Stamen and carpel, they are not found in the Chara case. Upper Anthridium, lower Archegonium, same plant. This is also wrong. Upper Oogonium are nucleus, lower Anthridium on same plant. This is absolutely right. This is absolutely right. That is Oogonium. It is also called nucleus. It is also called nucleus. Whereas Anthridium is known as globule. The Anthridium is known as globule. It's a question of a NEET after 2015. It's a NEET question. That is monoecious. Chara is monoecious. Chara is monoecious. In NCERT, one more plant is given along with the Chara, that is Marchantia. It's a bryophyte. Chara is green alga. One speciality is also with the Chara, that is reproductive structures are multicellular and jacketed. This is uncommon in algae. Reproductive structures are multicellular. Reproductive structures are multicellular and they are covered by jackets. So jacketed, multicellular and jacketed. Multicellular and jacketed. And this is the unique feature. Here we can see the Marchantia also. Marchantia is bryophyta. Marchantia belongs to bryophyta. So discuss brief discussion about the Marchantia also required here, because both are mentioned in the NCERT. So Marchantia. It's a bryophyte. Hepaticopsida. It is a bryophyte. And Marchantia is dioecious. Marchantia is dioecious. This is the question actually. I want to describe this one. Dioecious, that is male and female reproductive structures are on two different plants. Male reproductive structure, Marchantia is actually thalloid, dorsiventral flat body. It has the dorsiventral flat body and it is attached to substratum by means of rhizoid. This is one thallus or one body. Similarly, this is second body. It is also attached to substratum by means of rhizoid. At the time of reproduction, vertical branch arise from Marchantia. Vertical branch arise from Marchantia thallus. And at one thallus, male reproductive structure is present, whereas on other, this is female reproductive structure. It bears female reproductive structure. This branch is known as archegoniophore. This branch is known as anthridiophore. The branch on Marchantia thallus, if it bears male reproductive structure, then it is anthridiophore. If it bears female reproductive structure, then it is archegoniophore. But one thing that to be noted, that is dioecious. Male and female reproductive structures are present on two different thallus. So Chara is good example, Marchantia is good example of dioecious plant, whereas Chara we have discussed that is monoecious.